What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Fresh Take Wrestling Edition. I got with me Shadow Fox Infinite.
Hey, what's going on? Low light, sorry.
Yeah, look, people still working this out, so deal with it. So, that being said, AEW Dynamite October 24th episode. We're a little bit behind, I know, but we grown, so deal with it. Now, that
Yep.
being said, I actually liked the episode overall, but right now we're gonna go into a quick little breakdown and we'll go by match. First thing though, off the rip, they had a little promo package, if you will. One, I hate when they do the limo crap. I hate when they got to get in and do the limo and the drive to wherever, because good and well they was right around the block.
Hmm.
They were not
Yeah, they were. If the vehicle was even,
even
you know.
left. Yeah, even left anywhere. But then we go into a Moxley Omega now being a lights out match at Full Gear on November 9th in Baltimore. So now it's unsanctioned. Now it doesn't count because their whole thing in AEW is the win loss record does count. So the question is,
My
and I
question is, who is the guy he just pulverized to make that announcement? Like he was just randomly in the ring, and he's like, "Nope, you're out of here."
not well the week before he DDT'd the referee because they stopped the match because it was a TV because they were supposed to go to the end of the broadcast where they hit the time limit and they stopped the match. He got mad between him and Pac. He got mad and DDT'd him, gave him a paradigm shift.
Uh,
So they made it that. But here's the thing. I think they did that to protect both of them
mhm.
because one, I think Omega's going to wind up winning that match at Full Gear. Some kind of way, Omega's going to win it, and that's the way they can keep it where Moxley they can put him in the title picture at some point.
uh,
That's why I think they did that. I don't think they did that because ooh they so violent they gonna tear each other apart. No,
well, he's their Mick Foley, so who
yeah.
knows?
I mean, but I don't think it's gonna be. Let's be honest. Ain't nobody. He's never gonna jump off the top of a Hell of a Cell match,
Yeah,
Hell of a Cell cage to a through an announce table. That's not gonna happen with Moxley. All
yeah,
right. So, but
that's
that's what I'm
true.
saying. I think what they're doing is Omega's gonna win that, but this is a way to keep both of them into the title. If they need to, if something happens and when they need to like move one of them, position one of them into it.
Yeah,
That's why I think they're doing that. That's what, but I think also on the other hand, the way they doing these unsanctioned matches, it's gonna they're gonna have to do so. They can't use this as their uh, Dragon Balls to get out of a sticky situation. They can't use that
yeah.
every time.
Just have like some stuff that's completely irrelevant of the
Yeah,
the storyline. Yeah, it's
yeah,
kind of.
you can't kind of can't do that. So I mean, if it was going to matter at all out before Moxley had messed up his elbow, then just let it happen naturally anyway. I mean, there's got to be ways around that. But then we finally get into a match. First match of the night is Hangman Page versus Sammy Guevara.
Mm.
I still don't really care for Sammy Guevara all that much.
Yeah, he sold enough moves for me, I think, during the match. But I mean, obviously they got to build up Hangman, so
Yeah, yeah.
you're gonna need guys to come out there and sell moves.
Yeah, and
So
the match overall, the match was actually not bad.
yeah, it
It
was a
wasn't
pretty
bad.
good
Yeah,
match.
it was.
The acrobatics, I'm so impressed by the acrobat. It's almost everybody. I think just about everybody.
Can
You
do
can,
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
you'll see backflips from just everybody.
yeah.
So
I mean, it. Yeah, the spots in here were actually crazy. One Hangman wins it with a buckshot lariat, and then he cuts a promo saying he's going to buckshot lariat Pac's head off because he's ready to do some cowboy shit. Which he said, I don't know why people are getting mad about the whole him saying
cowboy
shit.
shit,
I'm like,
cowboy shit.
first of all, uh, our good buddies at South Park was the ones that got that taken care of years ago when they had that whole episode just
Just so they could
about saying
legalize the word.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at that point, there's nothing else to say.
I,
So
we got one more word left to say, and that was the one that they said they couldn't say.
and they said it 100, what was it, 128 times, I think it was, because they had a
Just
counter.
because they were in the movie and they never got a chance to do it. So yeah.
So they had a counter at the bottom of that episode, and they said at least like 128 times. I think that was it. But yeah, hey, it is what it is. So next match is Shauna. She's one of their new signees
Yep.
versus Hikaru Shida. I like Shida, but some this match was kind of botchy a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, and it wasn't her on her end. It was the other girl. Like it was well, and also it's they had their fault again, the same fault from the first week, where the cameramen was zooming in too close or at the
Yeah,
wrong angle, and you could clearly see that they were missing blows.
yeah,
So it was a couple of times I saw that, but then like the acrobatics, they were on point.
yeah.
It's just the striking, like they were zooming in too hard, and at one point in time, the cameraman swung the camera around the ring while she was, striking or whatever. And you could clearly see her. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that was
that
kind
was
of
a
bad.
weird. Yeah, that was weird. But yeah, you could tell they hadn't worked together before,
Yep.
so it was one of those situations. Hikaru Shida won. After a botch of her finisher, she did it again. She did it again,
Yeah. She had
clean, and then
to get it
yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah. So that was when actually like Hikaru Shida. Her and Rio's match when they were trying to determine who was going to face up against Nyla Rose.
Hmm.
That was good. That was a good match, man.
No, wait, wait.
So
Her finishing move wasn't the one. It wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be the submission move, right?
no,
But
it was
she
supposed to have been that driver,
so
but she
she did
missed
the
it.
she did the thing where she stepped on the girl's chest, like
Yeah,
yeah. So that
yeah,
was her finishing move.
yeah. That's one of them. She got like four. She
That
got
that
like
ooh,
four.
that
I've
seemed like
seen.
a tough one to sell, man, without getting hurt.
Yeah,
That's
but I mean, it's just like because Rio got one that she does, and you like, okay, they ain't nowhere in the world, but they found a way to miss the point where it can do some damage.
that's right.
So that was that match. All right, next up is the 6-man tag match where we have the best friends dressed up as Rick and Morty with Orange Cassidy up against QT Marshall and I don't know these guys' names. They look like jobbers, so I just call them the jobbers.
Yeah,
So
they were the jobbers,
yeah,
but they were highly acrobatic too. Now, what I don't think Orange Cassidy. I don't think he came out with them. He replaced the other guy that came in with them.
yeah, because that was at Fighter Fest, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
and he
Yeah,
just came into the ring and everybody started cheering. I'm like, oh, they pulled him from wrestling circus, and I'm like, God, man,
yeah. And but
this guy
it's Orange Cassidy. Everybody love him, man.
and
He's
his
like
gimmick is awesome.
yeah, because it works.
Yes,
It just works. Because I've seen a couple matches where he actually starts, striking, and you're like, oh, this dude actually know what he's doing.
yeah,
So
and he can actually wrestle, but his gimmick is to not do anything. Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
yeah,
His gimmick is to make you angry enough because he's
yep.
not doing nothing. So yeah, it's one of those situations. They did win. Orange Cassidy did a crazy Suicina again with his hands in his pocket.
Yes, which is just amazing. That is like suicide, man.
Yeah, but he's able to hit it every time. So, and they picked up the win. And plus, there's a point in the match where the wigs fell off. It was hilarious.
I
It,
don't. Why did they try to put him back on? Like just throw him into the crowd. Like
I don't know, but they put them back on. They finished the match with the wigs back on. So, hey, dude, it worked. I mean, because that match, honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. That match was like a filler match because I don't think anybody was taking it seriously. It was for Halloween, apparently. Nobody was taking that mug seriously. So, I
yeah,
mean.
the fans did. They love. I mean, they love that interaction. That
Yeah,
was
yeah, they did. I mean,
that
yeah,
was for the crowd in attendance. I imagine they were thoroughly entertained.
yeah, they were thoroughly entertained. The next thing that happened is the contract signing. Once we get back from commercial, it's the contract signing between Les Champions and Cody Rhodes. So
Oof,
this one, and dude, can we just take a moment to just marvel at Jericho's trolling of WWE, dude?
that's just what he does. That's
Dude,
just what he does.
whatever Vince did to piss him off really pissed him off because he been making sure to jab them every week.
Yes, all the
Like
time.
the whole like, oh, you thought I was gonna throw the table and come over and hit you. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, wow,
Why
bruh.
do that? I don't have that writer anymore. I don't have to do that.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. Like basically like, yeah, Vince, you're lame. You've been doing this for years. Everybody knows it.
Yep.
It's the same
Everybody
thing.
knows you're gonna throw the table. You're gonna get in the dude's face, and y'all put your hand in each other's face, or just stand there and stare at each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
it's not.
which he made fun of the entire time. I don't know how Cody kept a straight face I
Well, he did grin a couple of times at the edge of the table when he was like, "Oh, you thought I was gonna throw the table?" He was grinning, trying not to.
I would have bust out laughing. I'm sorry, I would have busted, especially because knowing where both of them came from and the problems they had with creative. I would have bust out laughing. I don't see how he held it that long, but
And I don't think it's improv. I think it's just Cody responding to him being a fool.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, because that part was kind of funny. But the messed up thing was they after this contract gets signed and they do the whole handshake thing, the stern handshake thing. We see Sammy Guevara on the
mhm,
Titantron, and Dustin Rhodes is getting brutalized by Jake Hager,
yep,
and did the whole broke my arm in the door thing.
yep. Well, he did. They did put a dent on that car though.
Yeah, they did put it on the car. I don't think they meant for that to happen, but that did happen. You know what? I forgot to mention Proud and Powerful jumping Rock and Roll Express.
Oh, yeah,
That,
that was
that
cool. But then they got jumped. Like, wow.
yeah, I'm like, okay, what
You
was the
bring in
point?
these legends, and yeah, that's.
That was my whole point. What was the point of doing that? Of them
I
doing that?
I
Because
guess they need a new heel, so they gotta make his
but
heelness.
but they already have heat. They don't need to do that.
Yeah,
That's what
I,
I didn't understand that. Yeah, they jump them. It really the Young Bucks come out because of course they got that match at Full Gear. So I mean, I don't know the purpose of them doing that. I mean, because it was kind of like hit and run tactics all night. So I don't know why they did that.
yeah, maybe a feud for the pay per view. Maybe they're gonna interfere in the pay per view as well.
Yeah, because for some reason I got because we'll get to that a little bit later. But yeah, that happened. We had the contract signing. So the Elite come out. They make Jericho and his crew leave, and they take care of Dustin. We come back from the commercial, and we got the Hybrid 2 and Kip Sabian versus the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. And I got to give it to Kenny Omega in that intro.
Yeah, yeah,
Stan from
straight up,
Undertale.
straight up. And had the entire intro was in. I mean, it felt like somebody programmed his intro. But
Yeah,
that
it,
was,
it, it, it worked. And the Elite the Young Bucks showing up as Ken and Ryu again.
yep,
Funny as I don't know what. I will say this: I like the Hybrid too, man.
yeah.
Jack
They,
Evans and Anelico, dude,
it's good talent.
they dope. I like them. I kind of feel bad because I like the rivalry they have with Private Party
Hmm.
because it's funny because they kind of they kind of the same when you think about it. But it's just funny. I like their rivalry, but I like them, and they put on a pretty good match. That 6-man tag was actually pretty dope, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. They again more high flying.
Yeah,
It's just like I said, it's just amazing to me to see like some of the moves these guys are willing to make. Like in and I mean I know these guys were a little bit smaller, but there were bigger guys earlier that were. I'm
doing the
like,
same
okay,
thing. Yeah,
yeah, like just doing luchador type stuff, and I'm like, wow, you could do that, and you like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". Okay,
and 240 pounds.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
all
like
right.
that's like young Undertaker type stuff. That's
Yeah,
like 1990s Undertaker. I don't, yeah, I haven't seen anything like that in a long time. Like, and they have the energy.
yeah.
They have the energy. Some of the things that I did not like. Some of the cons is so the sell on how can I say this, the momentum shift, the sell on
Mm,
momentum shift when a tag team partner is down and he's trying to get back to the other side so he can tag his other partner.
yeah,
They got to work on those sales a little bit. I know, and I know it's not. It may depend on the crowd or whatever, but you got to know what the crowd wants. And if you see that you're falling on the ground and you fail one time and you're trying to get back to your partner or whatever, and they're not really clapping or engaged, like, don't do that again. Even if
yeah.
even if it's
Don't do the hot
planned,
tag then.
yeah,
Yeah,
if it's planned, don't do it again. Just
yeah.
go with the flow for the rest of the match. They want to see you do crazy stuff, so continue doing that. But I know they had a couple of them planned in there to stretch the match out, and I'm like,
Well, and I'll give him that, like, because Kip Sabian did a good job because I think he noticed him and Kenny noticed it. You could
Hmm.
tell they noticed it because they was like they would linger a little bit. But the problem is like the hybrid two and the Bucks, they start moving fast. When they start feeling it, they moving
Yep.
so fast. You like, okay, this is crazy. So
Yeah.
I think it's a mixed mash of that because them four was just they got to one point in the match where it was going back and forth like move for move.
You could tell the wrestling aspect, they all love that.
Yeah,
They love the grappling. And you got guys that some of these guys they coming straight from their backyard to this.
yeah,
So they're like super anxious to be willing to do this. It's just some of the stage play
yeah.
that's been part of,
That they got to
W
work on.
yeah, WWF and WCW for so long. It's just, and I hate to say that it's going to require some acting to do that, but you also have to be able to feel the crowd too. And I don't think the way that match went, I think that only like maybe seasoned individuals are going to be able to, like, a lot of the newer people coming in, they might not be able to get that as well. But honestly, I kind of like them being raw.
Yeah, because I think it works and it's
Yeah,
different. Because once again, the reason why a lot of this is working is because this how they do in New Japan, man.
yeah,
New Japan and AAA and down there in Mexico, bro. This how they roll. So you gotta keep up.
yep.
You just
Yeah,
gotta keep up.
like I said, when it's time to go, they're willing to roll through all the moves and everything. And I'm like, y'all ain't tired? And they're
Yeah.
like, no.
No.
They're like, no, we can do this for 40 minutes. I'm like, oh God.
Okay, so let's go. So and they do it. So I mean, well, the elite picks up the win because of a error by Kip Sabian trying to mock Kenny Omega. You never should do that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
took too long, and he pretty much got it turned on. We had a super kick party into a one and winged angel, and that was it. That was it for them. But after the match, of course, the Bucks are going around doing their usual high fiving fans, and
yep.
we find proud and powerful, aka LAX,
And in the crowd.
in the crowd, and they pull him in. And of course, they run when Kenny gets over there. So that should be a setup for a good match at Full Gear because they probably gonna go crazy in that match.
Yeah,
Uh, Next up is the Peter Avalon of the Librarians is supposed to have a match. He's coming down doing his usual "I hate whatever city we in,"
yeah.
and all of a sudden the camera flips backstage and you just see Mox just making a beeline for the
That's
ring.
ridiculous.
And when he gets to the ring, it reminds me of when Stone Cold. Remember that year Stone Cold and William Regal had they beef
Yeah,
because Stone Cold just came to the ring. The music didn't even hit. He just came in, Stone Cold stunned him and walked out.
yep. Just like bam, and that's it.
It- this is basically what happened to Peter Avalon. He got
Yes, he got
paradigm shifted,
destroyed.
but Mox picked up the mic and cut a 5 minute promo, and I'm like, this reminds me of Attitude Era Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Yeah,
and I loved every minute of it. But I still think you're gonna lose at Full Gear. But I loved every minute of it. Though I loved every minute of it. So I mean, hey, it worked. So the main event was SCU versus the Lucha Bros for the tag team titles. And this match was crazy. I gotta give it up though to Scorpio Sky. Dude was the MVP of their little tag team tournament.
ooh, all over the place.
Cause, cause they worked Kazarian. I ain't gonna lie, they kind of worked Kazarian over a little bit. So I kind of think they set it up for Scorpio Sky to kind of like emerge and be the hero.
Hmm.
Only thing is, I don't think I understand why people got mad at the finish, and the finish was basically a roll up small package. Nobody wanted
Hmm.
to see that in nothing like a tournament situation. They wanted to see you hit the big move, hit the big finisher, but they did a roll up small package on Pentagon, and
Yeah.
that's how they won. I mean, if you don't do
It
that, you don't beat the Lucha Brothers though, because Lucha Brothers are better than them.
it worked because they missed a couple of finishers.
Yeah,
So if you whiff a finisher here or there, then you can kind of do like
get
a
a finish.
submission hold or whatever. You can't just go directly into a submission hold, and you don't even get like any type of momentum built up. Like there's no attempt at a finisher. Nobody's getting hit with a chair or like you got to have something before you finish lamely. I guess
Yeah,
for lack of a
Eh,
better word.
but like I said, the way that match was going, if Ray Phoenix gets up to that top rope, they don't win. Like SCU
Yeah.
doesn't win. So I mean, I get why they did small package. I get it because if you're thinking about it, the Lucha Brothers have more experience than Scorpio Sky and Kazarian. If it was Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, that would have been a different story. But it was Scorpio Sky and Kazarian versus the Lucha Brothers. I mean, it's you seen the Lucha Brothers match, man.
Man,
They,
they all over the place,
yeah,
and all the moves just they have all of them. They have the full move. They have the full move set. So it's like I don't know, and maybe they were using them to to make them kind of stand out a little bit. So maybe the Lucha Brothers are kind of extra selling.
yeah,
Even though it's a small package, I mean, you could sell a small package if you
yeah,
if you
yeah.
wiggle enough or whatever. But
In
um,
which Pentagon did.
yeah,
Pentagon did wiggle enough. So, and he did the whole. I thought that was a 2 count. Dude, you know it
yep,
wasn't no 2 count.
yep.
Seriously, you know it wasn't no 2 count. Come on, man.
Yeah, you,
So,
you got to do that though. Like you have to oh my god, they stole the win type,
yeah.
or whatever. Because ain't no way they could beat us. Yeah,
Which
that works.
But that was it. I liked it. I thought it worked for the match as a whole. I thought it worked. So I mean, overall, I liked it. I liked that. I liked last week's episode of Dynamite. I thought it worked. The only thing I really didn't like was the whole Cody Tony Schiavone limo ride. I didn't. I could have done without.
Well,
I
that
could have done
was
without that.
that might have been tongue in cheek too,
Yeah,
because they were kind of like they were kind of mumbling about random stuff at first, and it was
yeah,
like, oh, it's the contract signing, you got to do the contract signing,
yeah.
kind of. So they might have been poking fun at WWE on that one too.
Yeah, I just was like, okay, I don't, I could deal without that. Oh, and what the hell is up with Brandy Rose?
I no idea, no
um,
idea. Shit, I guess maybe so there is no female heel because the big girl that
not yeah, Nyla,
Rico, what is her name's
Rio,
Rico, right? So
Rio,
when she beat her, so the girl that she beat, like she was supposed to be the heel, but she has a big following like on social media though. Like
yeah,
everybody likes her.
yeah.
So I don't maybe that's why she's doing it. And I mean Cody he's building the brand for the male wrestlers, so I guess she
So
got
she
to do
got
it.
a yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they got some good like B Priestley. She could be a good heel. Britt Baker's not gonna be a heel. She's too much of a face.
Yeah.
They lost Kylie Ray. Kylie Ray would have been the ultimate face, but she's with Impact now. So I'm guessing you're right. They're gonna have to unless they're gonna make Hikaru Shida and the other girl, the other Japanese wrestler heels. But
Yeah.
you got to remember, both of the
But she
Kongs are
came
supposed to
in.
be
She
coming
came
back.
in as a face
Yeah,
today. I mean,
she did, which
that
made
day.
no sense. Yeah, which
Yeah.
made no sense. Now both of the Kongs are supposed to be coming. Aja and Awesome Kong. Now Awesome Kong, I think she's finishing up shooting their last season of Glow, so that's why she hadn't been there. But she's
Okay.
supposed to be coming once that wraps up, which is supposed to be soon anyway. So you got both of the Kongs. You know they're gonna be heels. They know
Hmm.
they're gonna have them as faces. I mean, they got to be that's why I think the real reason why Nyla lost was because you can't have Nyla without somebody that could, play off the strength factor. So Awesome Kong and Aya Kong, you can play off the strength factor with that.
I
So
got I got a I got a quick theory, and I'm wondering if this works. Uh, do you think it's possible for at least half of a season that either male or female could do all faces?
yeah,
I we've done all heels before because the anti-hero type stuff
yeah,
kind of happened unintentionally in the Attitude Era.
yeah. Because
So
they was not expecting that to happen. Because Stone Cold was
yeah,
supposed to get booed and he
yep.
didn't.
Because he was being such an asshole
Yeah.
that everybody liked it. They're
But
like,
but
what?
it was the thing that like okay your boss is screwing you over
Yeah,
and you tired of it now and the problem was when you if you working and you in that situation you come home watching Raw and you seeing The Rock and Stone Cold just straight up victimize me man, every Monday.
yeah. So
So
I'm wondering if the opposite could work though. Like, so I think all the way back, like in the WrestleMania the three to six type era, there was a situation where there were little beefs, but the beefs were among all the faces.
Yeah,
And they do all these matches against each other, and they're going at it like they want to kill each other, and then they end up shaking hands. Like I and they do that like without they're not running in the ring destroying each other randomly or nothing like that or whatever. They just say, "Hey, I'm going to see you on Sunday or whatever."
yeah. I mean, the biggest thing of that was WrestleMania 6 with Warrior and Hogan, because they were both so over his faces. But the match itself didn't work.
Yeah,
It
and
just
it was
didn't work.
just it was crazy. Like I don't think they understood how to like Hogan may have understood because they had to
The showmanship side of it.
yeah, they literally had to play the crowd for the giant match.
Yeah.
Um but with Ultimate Warrior, like what do you do? Because there is no right answer really.
Mm-mm.
And I guess it had to end that way. And if you're not amicable at the end, like you're
Yeah.
gonna piss off over 50% of the
Of the people that was there. So yeah.
yeah.
So if this for this, I don't know how this would work. I know they kind of tried to set up the heels in the first 2 weeks of the when they went to TV. It kind of worked.
So
But
my
they haven't done that with the women's roster yet, though.
So
So
my thing is like so the males roster, right? You
yeah,
you got some people that could be some legitimate heels, but if you're talking about your heavyweights, like really both Jericho and Cody are faces. Like as much as they try to be, well, I'm the bad boy, I'm the
yeah.
worst. Like, dude, you're a face. Like everybody likes you. They're proud that y'all brought this thing together, so they're gonna cheer for both of you. Like I don't.
Regardless, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
'Cause
I'm wondering, could that happen? Could
I'm
that happen in the
guessing.
women's circuit?
Well,
Even
I'm guessing what's going to happen because for some reason I get the feeling they trying to turn Hangman heel
ah,
or anti-hero or something. They trying to split him off from the elite basically. I don't know if I like that
yeah,
because I think he works better with the group. The other thing is MJF dude is the heel. He is the heel. But the problem is, I'm like, if you're gonna do it, you can't have him like turn on Cody right now. You got to have him turn on Cody later.
yeah, much later.
You got to
Like
have him
have them
build
have
up,
them do a tag team fight or something.
yeah, and then have him do the because we just everybody's waiting on it. Everybody's waiting on it. I just don't want them to do it too fast. So yeah, I mean, I'm guessing they still trying to like get their because they're still getting people signing too as well. So they probably trying to figure out how they're gonna do this. But right now, I think for what they got right now is working because
Hmm.
as long as the crowd is hyped and the matches are good, and like I said, it's matches because the matches are working.
Yeah,
That's
the
that's
matches are
what
definitely working.
matches are working because the match. I haven't seen. I've seen some botches here and there, but I haven't seen like a boring match yet.
No, the wrestling is what it is. Like if you're going to see anything that's bad, it's going to be plot stuff.
Yeah,
It's not going to be the actual wrestling.
yeah. In Dynamite and AEW, you can say a lot that you want to say, but you can't say that the matches are boring. I haven't seen one.
Yeah,
All of
nah.
them good, and they always find a way to get people involved. Like the crowd comes like 'cause even the first week when they was doing Riho versus Nyla Rose, people got into that match.
Yeah.
Like, because at first everybody, because even I was like, okay, man, Nyla, go on and wrap this on up. That girl is a twig. Go on and wrap this on
Yeah.
up. Nah,
But
you started getting into it, and then they did another. The next week, Rio did another match with Britt Baker. And I'm like, dude,
yep.
I'm actually getting drawn into this match the longer it keeps going because that's how a lot of Rio's matches start off slow, but
Yep.
then by the middle, and she starts getting a full head of steam,
That's
bro.
it.
Her and Darby Allin are the fastest two people I've ever seen, fastest two wrestlers I've ever seen.
And she's been doing this, she's the legend because she's been doing this for so long
Just
overseas. Like
9 years old.
yeah. So
And
it's amazing. But Nyla Rose, like I said, she can't really be a heel.
yeah,
I mean, maybe it'll work in the ring if they go to like a place that doesn't really follow this that much. Like say they do a show in some small town or something. Maybe it might work for her to be a heel for that. But
They
too
would
many
probably
people have been following her, so
they need to go to Japan.
yeah,
They need to go to Japan for if they trying to get her as here. They need to go to Japan because and have her just brutalize Rio in Japan or something like that. Because they or one of their Japanese wrestlers in Japan because that's the only way they're gonna get some heel heat for
yeah,
her anyway. But she right now she's gonna probably work out being better as an anti-hero if I'm gonna be completely honest. She'll just work out. But once again, she needs the Kongs for that.
yeah,
She because like I said, Riho, she's gonna be a face regardless. She ain't gonna never be a heel because her and Kenny are can they like joined at the hip.
yeah. And if
So
she tries to be a heel,
it
everybody
ain't
would
gonna
just
work.
should just be
Yeah,
an anti-hero anyway.
yeah, it's just not gonna work. So what do you think overall? Because
Another good week. Another
yeah,
good week. I'm my only down for, and I'm only gonna throw downs for matches,
yeah,
and that's gonna be the film match because of, and I'm not gonna say it's because of the actual talent itself. It's some of the production too.
yeah.
They gotta work on, because they didn't do that for any of the male matches. They only did it for that one match, and I don't know
And
why.
maybe it was a different cameraman because remember we had this issue like the first 2 weeks, but then they
Yep.
corrected it.
Yep.
Then they corrected it, and then for some reason, just for this match, I don't know what cameraman they had, but
He was
He
drunk.
jacked that. He jacked that up. He jacked that up because the rest of the matches were fine.
Yep.
So whatever happened, they jacked that one up. That was the one they jacked up. But once again, I think like uh the more like they work. Now the other problem too with this is like if you notice, everybody ain't there every week.
Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna have off weeks, or they, who knows? Who
Well,
knows?
I know that's what Rio's doing because Rio's doing that Stardom show in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Yo and Sakura, Emi Sakura, and somebody else. They're doing the Stardom show in Japan. That's what, and there was somebody else that Mike Nakazawa was down there too. So that's what they're doing right now. So I mean, it's one of those situations where they're because the way they have their thing set up, from what I understand, they can still work other promotions if they need to if they're on contract too. So
Mm-hmm.
some of them have been. I mean, hell, Mox works in New Japan sometimes. So
Man, it might be a situation where we might see, depending on how big AEW gets, uh, WWE might not have those all life binding contracts no more. They might have to deal with wrestlers not being exclusive on their stuff.
yeah, I mean, well, it's getting that way anyway. There's too many other promotions, and like people are like, look, I don't want to be stuck if you can't get me on TV. I need to get exposure.
Yep.
So that's what's probably going to wind up
And
happening.
you're
I
like,
mean,
so I'm gonna
what
sign
it's
a
going to do
9-year deal with you, and I'm literally just gonna be
in the back,
yeah,
in the
or
back.
or I'm gonna be a well-known jobber. Like, no, come
No,
on, man. Everybody knows me. I'm about to come out here and get destroyed. Like, come on.
no, I'll just go to New Japan, or I'll just go to Impact, or I'll just go to Evolve or something like that, and don't even have to worry about it. So I think that's what's probably going to wind up happening. But overall, I enjoyed the show. Looking forward to this week's episode. I still don't know if I'm gonna get Full Gear because I got something I got to do. So I probably won't be able to get this one. I'll just have to look at the recap and see what happens because I'm gonna be uh, in a boot camp that week, so I had to get ready for that. So I'm not gonna be able to watch it. So watch it live anyway. So we'll just see.
Yeah.
Shadow, anything you want to pimp out before we get out of here?
No, I just caused general hell and buffoonery on Twitter. So just follow me on there. You already know where to find me. It's happening right now as we speak. So, but
Gotcha. All right, and yeah, just keep a lookout on the channel. We got the Winging It podcast from last night up. So leave a like, share, subscribe, all that other good stuff. Leave a comment as well. I try to answer them, and I try to be you know as fast as I can answering stuff. So if you want to, just leave a comment, and we'll see you guys on the next vid. Peace out, peeps.
Deuces, get the likes up. Get the likes up.